Here. What are you doing? Hi there everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now that Ohio is back to its cold, crappy, rainy / snowy self, it is time to finally start doing all the things that I've been putting off doing on the Camaro here. That includes simple things like getting the belt right for the alternator here. I had one that was too large. This here is the belt that was from the crank pulley down there to the power steering pulley. That one's fine, but I need to get this one right or else it's gonna shred and that won't be fun. There's also little things I want to do, like the throttle bracket could be a little bit better. The kick down cable for the 700R4 transmission, maybe cleaning up some wiring. It's not too bad right now though. But the main things, I want to change the oil right now. I want to cut open the filter, and hopefully we won't see any metal shavings or any evidence that the motor is damaged or hurt. It's running just fine, but you never know. Other than that, I want to test out this starter here, and I want to get it on the car and finally solve my starter issues. The blanket definitely helped, and the wrap definitely helped a little bit, but it could be better, and I'm just tired of messing with it. So I'm gonna get underneath the car, get that filter off, and we'll start cutting it open. Alright guys, I have the element out right here. Now this is my first oil change, as a lot of you know here, on this rebuild of the engine. So this had break-in oil in it, and it also had all the moly lube from the camshaft and the lube that I used just installing everything else. So I'm expecting some stuff in here, but as long as there's no big chunks, I'll be happy. Okay, so here's the filter, and ignore these little chunks of this glue or adhesive, whatever they use. So let's take a look at it in some of these pockets here. Hope you guys can see some of this. But everything I see right now is pretty good. Oil's definitely dirty, but it's not metal filled with metal. Nothing major. Definitely dirty, like I said. So here's inside this element, guys, and I don't see anything major. Definitely like dirty oil, like this is from me cutting it up, that big chunk there. But right now nothing looks too alarming. And I did my best to clean out this engine before I put it back together, but there's always that chance of some old metal being stuck in there. I'd say this is looking pretty good, guys. A lot better than how it looked when I did the video on the bearing being destroyed. There were literal chunks inside the filter here, and as you guys can see, it's dirty. It's definitely dirty, but nothing that is alarming to me that's saying that this engine's hurt or that it's not running well. So I think that we have a healthy engine right now. I think. I'm going to put in the new oil, and we're going to keep driving this thing around. Okay, here's our special sauce for today. Just some cheap Valvoline with a 10W30. I really have no preference here. I'm sure someone in the comments is going to tell me Valvoline's trash and not to use it, but hey, it is what it is. I also am going to use this Comp Cam's break-in oil additive. It basically just has the zinc and ZDDP that you want to have in flat tappet camshaft engines, like what we have over here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff in, and we're going to wrap this up. You know, before I started recording this, I was trying to think, how can I make pouring oil look cooler? And there's really no way. So it's just going to be like 30 lame seconds of me pouring in oil. But I don't know, some people might like that. In goes the good stuff. Wow. All right, that's thick like honey. Okay, everybody, that's it for the oil change here. There was nothing too alarming in that oil. There was no giant flakes of metal or anything I can read a part number off of, so that's always good. The oil additive is almost all the way in there, so that stuff is thick and is no joke. It should help this engine stay together for quite a while, hopefully. I want to make a lot of drag racing passes in this thing still. But in the next episode, guys, I'll probably be putting on that mini starter and finally solving our start issues on this thing. It still just has the old stock giant 50-pound GM starter that everyone uses, so I would love to get rid of that thing. If you guys want to see that, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll be posting that here in the next couple weeks, hopefully. And appreciate you guys watching. See you in the next one.